up? This is Unrivaled Skyrim, and this is going to be part 1 of round 1 to my weekly tournament. This is the tournament of the weekend of, well, today's Saturday. It is June the 21st, 2014. This is a battle between Peninsula and Barak. They've been in my last tournament, and I cannot wait for them both to have their battle. Happy that they're both playing. They're real good players that I've seen so far. Peninsula, he came in second in my last tournament. Unfortunately, I haven't showed the last battles yet between Greek Irkles and him. I haven't had a whole lot of time to spectate over those battles. I'll get those out. Get those out later, probably tomorrow or the next day, whenever I feel like it. Let's see here. So Greek Irkles, he is the grand champion of last tournament. Last tournament was 16 players, double or best 2 out of 3. Let's see here. He sent me messages. Oh, thank you. Walter White. I have no idea who Walter White is, but evidently I got his beard going on. But thanks a lot, Hankley, if you're watching. Let me know if there's anything wrong with the broadcast. If there's any sort of problem, please let me know on Steam, or post a comment on the comment section on Twitch. But now it looks like Baraki's going as Carthage, and Peninsula, he is going as the Arversi. So Carthage versus an Iberian faction, which came from the one of the factions that came with the Hannibal at the Gates DLC. I like the factions. Got a pretty good assortment of melee infantry, cost-effective melee infantry. Some good spears, some good guerrilla spearmen. Is that what they're called? I can't scroll over them. Some noble fighters. They're not as good as the Lusitani noble fighters, but they're still pretty capable melee heavy infantry. Their noble cav is better than the Lusitani. They have cheap Iberian cav, and I think they have the Celtiberian cavalry. I don't know if that's them or the... Actually, yeah, it is, because I can see it on the bottom left corner in the melee cav section, the Celtiberian cav, so that can be a cheap unit of cavalry. Here. So far, his army looks like he's following the rules. So he's going, looks like a rush build to me. I want to read his comment real quick. If you don't know, Walter White spent about 2 weeks only watching... Oh. Okay. Oh, okay. You know, I know who you're talking about now. I have never watched that show. It's just it's one of those shows that are so good that everyone likes it, but it seems to me nobody I know personally watches it. Like games like Game of Thrones, Walking Dead, Mad Men. The shows that are like, oh, they're so fucking awesome. Why are you not watching them? I don't know. But not to say that they're not good shows. I mean, they are. I just never really sat down. I have the first 2 seasons of Game of Thrones on Blu-ray. I've never sat down and watched them. Yeah, in the comment section, please let me know what is your favorite show, either of all time or that's playing on TV right now. My favorite show, I won't say Spartacus, but that's kind of, I won't say it's my favorite. Maybe it is Spartacus, the Spartacus series. But battles begun. Peninsula, he's going as the Aversi, and Barak is going as the Carthaginians. It's going to be, it looks like a balanced map. It looks like it's going to be pretty equal when it comes to terrain. think Vinsla, yeah, it looks relatively balanced to me. Yes, it is. Vinsla, he can kind of use some of this terrain to kind of shield himself from any sort of missiles. He did bring a rush build. Let's take a look at his army first. I think he's got some noble fighters in the center. His general isn't a noble fighter, so let's take a look at this unit. Looks pretty cool. Very decent stats, melee attack. Only has a +10 versus infantry, and only weapon damage of 39. It has a huge charge bonus though, 38. They got pretty good melee defense, relatively decent armor. I mean, health and pretty good armor. And I'm sure they got like a shield strength of like 30. Let's take a look. 25. Let's see. He's got some Scutarii spearmen. Let's see here. He's got Iberian Cav. He sent me a private message. Some Iberian swordsmen. They're cheaper versions of the noble fighters. Iberian spearmen. I believe they had counter cavalry tactics. I don't know though. I would imagine though. Some Iberian more Iberian swords. Yeah, here's that unit of Celtiberian Cav that I was talking about earlier. That's a relatively, it's kind of like a Galatian Raider. And I think he had 2 units of guerrillas. Yes, he does. He has them hidden over here. And if I were him, I'd put him in a more, yeah, he's going to move them closer. Okay, he's going to move them closer to his army. These guerrillas, he can deploy them in the white area of the battlefield, which is between his army and his opponents. Let's go to Barak's army. Looks like he brought some mercenary companion cav. You see these units being used a lot online with Syracuse and Carthage. I don't know if anyone else has them. I think it's just those 2 factions. I think they're the best, most well-rounded melee cav in the game. I don't quite know that though. Late Libyan hoplites on this flank, probably screen in at his cavalry. He's got some Gallic warriors. I don't think they'll be able to fend off the infantry of Peninsula. He's got some spears in the front. He's got a lot of these Gallic warriors. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, he brought 1 more of this same unit. I'm just gonna let it slide. Let's see here, 2 companion cav. You're only supposed to be able to bring actually I'm tripping, aren't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I thought an Italian swordsman was okay, he didn't break the rules. I thought he brought 6 of these Gallic warriors, but he didn't. And his general is in a African war elephant, which is going to actually pay for Peninsula, because he has no means of. I mean, the only means of taking out that elephant is using his Celtiberian cav, which are discharges missiles. Problem is that Peninsula, he can use his spearmen and his own companion cavalry to chase off that unit and make sure that it doesn't get anywhere near these African war elephants, and this African war elephant can pretty much stomp these sword units if they are unprotected. Look, don't say good luck, have fun. So Peninsula, he is going to rush his troops forward.
Right forward!
And it looks like they both brought relatively not skirmish-based armies. With me, I usually bring a balanced build, but online competitive, you usually see a lot of players don't even waste time with a lot of missiles. If they do so, it's probably to take out elephants. See, Vinsla, he's trying to get his Celtiberian cav close to this elephant, discharge some javelins onto it. Problem is that he can just ward it off with some Italian or swordsmen. They were throwing their javelins at this Celtiberian cav. Got some 2 kills. It looks like there's a brawl going on over here. Mercenary Campanian cav versus some Iberian cav. And honestly, those units should not win that fight. Unit losing decisively. And Peninsula, it's like, oh, he's getting some flaming missiles, and he got this war elephant out of control. This is going to be devastating because that elephant's going to be taking out a lot of their own units. So Barak could lose a lot of units in that exchange. On the other flank, it's another story. A whole bunch of these Scutarii and these guerrilla warriors are getting into this lone unit of late Libyan hoplites. Peninsula, he needs to support his center more because all these Campanian cav can just crush these Iberian swordsmen with their bonus versus infantry, and that's exactly what he's doing. He's trying to pin down these Campanian cav, and by his center enough time, he pretty much won on the left flank. He's going to disregard this late Libyan hoplite. It's routing, but it hasn't shattered yet. Let's see here. These African war elephants are back into control of Barak, and they've already gotten close to 200 kills, so Barak has won on the left flank pretty much. Let's see here. Let's see. Campanian cav, looks like they're not going down easily, so Peninsula, he needs to hurry up and win on the right flank because his left flank has collapsed. It looks like some mercenary Campanian cav are going to charge straight into these noble fighters, and then some elephants are going to be right behind them. Looks very devastating for Peninsula. He may lose this battle, I foresee, but it's not over yet. Some of the units in the center of Barak, these Carthaginians, are routing. Here, but I think it's really going towards the direction for Barak. He did a good thing by quickly defeating the left flank of Peninsula. He needs to quickly reinforce his center. He could potentially. I was about to say he could potentially get a rear charge with this Iberian cav, but Barak, he saw this coming and dispatched his Campanian cav to take that out. So there's a huge brawl. I think it's just going to come down to Peninsula wasn't going to be able to take out these elephants effectively. I mean, these elephants can probably single-handedly destroy these 2 remaining Iversi units. And it looks like this late Libyan hoplite is getting back into the fight. He's going to get a rear charge. Yeah. No comment there, to be fair. But, yeah, it looks like Peninsula looks like he's going to get surrounded. There's a whole lot of routing Iversi. Yeah, it looks like Barak comes out the winner, so congratulations to him. He advances. This is only a single elimination tournament, this one particularly. Last one was best out 2 out of 3. Victory goes towards Barak. Let's take a look at the statistics. I knew these Campanian cav were going to get a lot of kills. This one over 200. This African war elephant I knew was going to get a lot of kills because Peninsula did not quite bring the tools to deal with elephants. If he brought maybe some javelin men, maybe he could have used those to. I mean, he did good by having his Celtiberian cav discharge some flaming missiles and making this elephant run amok. But problem is, those elephants, once they run amok, they eventually, if not immediately, come back to the control of the person using them, so the damage that they will do is really reduced compared to Rome 1, where they just stay running amok throughout the whole entire battle, unless you killed them. His infantry did relatively good. I'm surprised that these mercenary Italian swordsmen did relatively well. They must have gotten to some spearmen. Um, as for the infantry of Venezia, looks just, I mean, these noble fighters did relatively well. This one probably got charged by companion cav. Excuse me, companion cav and or elephants. Uh, but overall, good game. I think it came down to Venislav was not able to fend off the campaigning cavalry and the what's it called, and the elephants. But thanks for watching. That's just going to be the end of this first um, battle. We only have 2 people playing tonight, but Barack, he's going to be the first one advancing to round 2. Hopefully, we can get the rest of the battles for round 1 played maybe later tonight or tomorrow morning in the afternoon, maybe. If not, Monday. Who knows? But yeah, thanks for watching this Unrivaled Skyrim. I'm signing off for now. OBS. Here we go. Bye bye.